is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 23 online game. Today, we got the Dallas Cowboys taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to be doing our yearly test of how OP Lamar Jackson is in regs. And in Madden 23, Lamar Jackson does not have escape artist, but he's still the fastest quarterback in the game and one of the fastest players overall with, I believe, 96 or 95 speed. Lamar Jackson's that guy, and we're going to be trying to get Lamar Jackson rolling all game long, starting off with a read option. No surprise there. Jackson with an easy run of 20-plus yards. You got to commit to Lamar as we run a little power option here. I'm using the Baltimore Ravens playbook so we can fully utilize as many QB runs as we possibly can with Lamar. That was a QB wrap. How about a QB blast on third down? We empty the backfield, but we still got our running back there, Lamar Jackson, who also duels as a top quarterback. But Jackson right now, he's doing it all with his legs. Oh my, he won't go down until he scores. Lamar Jackson is a warrior out there. And as far as our process of trying to activate TRUZZ on Lamar Jackson, his X Factor, that was a pretty solid opening drive, it must be said. To get TRUZZ in Madden, you have to get 8 rushes of at least 1 yard. So it's actually one of the easier, if not possibly the easiest X Factor to activate out there, especially when Lamar Jackson has TRUZZ, because it's not too hard to get those rushing yards, as you guys saw. Now, obviously, my opponent, he could have, oh no, he definitely's got to stop putting his hands in the cookie jar. Come on, man, he got away with it there, because I was holding the Y button a little bit too long, but come on, my guy, take it easy. But yeah, my opponent could have committed to the quarterback on those options. We'll see if he makes that adjustment on the next drive that's about to start right now after Marcus Williams gets the plunder on third down. We'll actually scratch that. We'll have to go to the next opponent because this guy had a quick trigger on that dashboard button. So, goodbye, Dallas Cowboys. Hello, defending Super Bowl champion, Los Angeles Rams. This will be a bit of a tougher test going against Aaron Donald to try to get those rushes and Bobby Wagner and the likes up front there, but if anybody can make it happen, it's Lamar Jackson. So, yeah, Lamar Jackson doesn't have escape artists that made scrambling around on passing plays so much easier. But if there's any quarterback that can make it work, it's Lamar Jackson, right? I don't think Lamar Jackson exactly needs escape artists. It was a nice added boost, but like most quarterbacks with the way pass rush is as well, are kind of confined into the pocket a lot more in Madden 23, which is definitely a welcome change. But Lamar Jackson, he's a one of one as our defense right now trying to get a stop here. And on fourth down, what in the world is fourth down in opponent territory? And he is punting the ball. 4th and 1. This is the unicorn of Madden right here. But I tip my cap to this guy. You know, he wants to play some sim football. That might have been a little bit too sim, though. I think a lot of teams actually go for it in that situation. Second down, little QB blast with Lamar. And once again, it's not a pretty play, but that's enough to get one on the counter for TRUZZ. We just have to get positive yards. It's unfortunately, it's a negative play on third down. And you know what? I'll reciprocate the energy of my opponent, and we'll punt the ball right back to him. Because you know what? I got a warm spot in my heart for anybody who tries to play the game sim, all right? Because I like playing that way, but when you play online rank matches, normally you got to match the tempo of your opponent, and you know, people are going to go for it on like 4th down and 20 as we have a little dump down to Cam Akers. So he wants to play that way, man. For now, we'll match his tempo. Second down, here's Matt Stafford. 5-man rush. He's got a lot of time right there. More than enough time. We'll call that a coverage sack for sure as he gets one more snap off before the end of the first quarter. Stafford, no surprise here. He takes off against the 3-man rush. And also no surprise, Matt Stafford can't get 19 yards on a scramble. But what he did do is get a pretty good chunk to put my opponent in field goal range, and we know this guy likes special teams, so Matt Gay's on the field and he booms it down the middle to get the first points of the ball game. So that's cool and all, but now we're going to get back on offense, and unless he can stop the option plays, we're going to keep on going to it. Oh, Jackson with a nice swerve outside. Need that block from Duvernay and got it as Hill is able to force him out of bounds. But Lamar Jackson, he's putting his imprint all over this ball game right now. Look at Jackson in the open field. A little double juke. Fearless running with Lamar Jackson. 5 rushes for 55. Looking for more. Oh, he slipped through a crease right there. Jackson, he's agility. He's agile. He's fast. He can do it all. And look at him go all the way. Lamar Jackson. Little juke move gets him into the end zone. A little bit of lag. I'm not sure if that helped us or hurt us. It might have actually helped us right there because if that affected my opponent as well. both of us were going into that run play blind at the beginning, right? I saw Bobby Wagner all up in my grill, and I was like, please don't fumble when I get out of this little lag bubble. And instead, we were actually free, and I was like, all right, cool. Why not? So that's a touchdown with Lamar, and I don't know what the counter is right now, but you got to think it's pretty good. Maybe we'll find out after this play as Chuck Clark gets the interception. And look, normally I would taunt in that situation, but I'm going to hold back from taunting because, like I said, I got a warm spot in my heart for this guy as we run it with Jackson, but he fumbles the ball. He lost it and is picked up by the Rams. So Lamar Jackson fumbling the ball. The good news is that won't reset the TRUZZ counter back to 0. The slight bad news is even though we got a gain of 1+ yard, fumbling the ball negates getting +1 on the X Factor counter. So whatever it was at, it's going to stay at that. I think it might have been like at 5 out of 8. So we're going to be stuck at 5 out of 8. That's intercepted by Chuck Clark again. Tyler Higbee, he did a nice little twirl for show, but he didn't get the ball. He completely missed it. So yeah, you see Lamar Jackson still at 5 out of 8 on the TRUZZ. So at least it didn't reset, so we can be happy about that. And like I said, TRUZZ is one of the easiest X Factors to activate here. So, I mean, we're pretty close here at the end of the first half as we run, of course, read option out of pistol here. Look, until he stops it, we're just going to keep on running it right now. We haven't even attempted to pass the ball. Third down, big hole up the middle. Jackson, oh, sweet VD. And Lamar Jackson is definitely having himself a full course meal against these Los Angeles Rams. QB wrap, Lamar only need a yard to get one more on that count. And of course with TRUZZ, which is now activated, Lamar Jackson will not fumble. He is immune to fumbling. We could put running on aggressive, and Lamar still won't fumble as we're actually looking to pass here with Jackson. Oh, and I nearly lost TRUZZ on one play right there, but that's not a negative play. You have to be tackled for a loss to lose TRUZZ. That was actually a gain of like 3 inches, so TRUZZ is still going on third down. Oh, Donald absolutely blowing up the interior right there, and that's why I said running against Aaron Donald and the Rams would be a little tough, as we actually have Justin Tucker on the field from 61 yards away, and I think I got this one too short here. Justin Tucker definitely has a leg, but I definitely missed on the power on the kicking meter. We're still going to line it up, and hold on a second, Tucker, he's got the juice. Oh my goodness, 61 yards away, and we left it short, yet had room to spare, which makes you wonder what in the world is Justin Tucker going to, can he kick it from 70 yards and make it in Madden? We're in a dome as Lamar Jackson, no fear of fumbling, so we're going to take all the hits, all the risk to try to make highlight plays with Action Jackson as Bobby Wagner makes the tackle, but hey, look, man, it's not a tackle for loss, so we are still lit up with Lamar on second down. We actually attempt a pass here. I think that was our first pass completion. Yes, it was, of the game. Third down, we're going to drop back the pass once again, and Lamar, crossbody, and intercepted, trying to target the rookie right there. Instead, it's David Long Jr. with the INT. I tried to pass protect and cheese with Lamar Jackson, immediately scrambled. I didn't really have any plans besides running with Lamar, but that wasn't going to work, as my opponent had pretty good containment on the outside. I think he actually had a quarterback contained. So, yeah, that was not really smart, as Cam Akers, he is going to go to distance here, unless Marlon Humphrey has something to say about it. He almost goes to distance, 1 yard away. Cam Akers caps the drive off on the next play, though. So, the good news is Lamar Jackson actually is still going to have TRUZZ on the next drive, because TRUZZ only gets deactivated by tackles for loss. It's basically a running back ability. So, throwing an interception is actually not going to do anything to negate it, unlike pretty much any other quarterback ability, which are, pure quarterback abilities. This is a rushing ability, so we're still going, and we're not going to give ourselves up. We don't have to care about fumbling. Lamar's fumbled once in this game, but he won't fumble while he's lit up. Aaron Donald, you can try your hardest, but I mean, he made the tackle, so we'll give the tip of the cap to Donald there. But on third down, we get a rare pass completion. We haven't, like I said, I haven't really passed the ball too much because my opponent has struggled to stop the run with Lamar. So, look, that's our first option when we come into the game. When you use the Baltimore Ravens, you want to get the Ravens the way they were going a couple of years ago as we try to journal. Oh, Ramsey checks knocks Lamar Jackson out of bounds, and we actually sub in Tyler Huntley for a play just to replenish Lamar's stamina a little bit. Just got to run in there with J.K. Dobbins. Now it's back to Lamar. Little read option, blocking Donald. There goes Lamar. He's outside. Jackson's fast and elusive as well, and he's jourtling all over the place once again with no fear of fumbling. Oh, but that will get Lamar Jackson out of the zone, and of course, it was Aaron Donald that made the play in the backfield. So now we have to be a little careful with Lamar, but we're still going to run the ball with Lamar Jackson. First down, outside. Oh, maybe we won't be careful. Jackson risking it all right there. That stops the clock with 3:10 remaining in the game as we get stuck in the trenches. That was actually good O-line blocking. Bad run stick there by me as Jackson on second down got the block on Wagner and got the touchdown. Lamar Jackson for the lead. Lamar is close to, if not over, 200 yards rushing in this ball game with a dominant display from the most dominant quarterback in the game, I would say, Lamar Jackson. I mean, Lamar is just that good, right? He's like good enough to pass the ball with, more than good enough to pass the ball with in Madden as well. Like, you don't have to do this to make Lamar Jackson good, but it's just that extra added element, not just an extra mobility that like Mahomes or Josh Allen had, but 96 speed or whatever Lamar Jackson has. That's just different. That's different. Matt Stafford on second down with a little check down here to Cam Akers after 2-minute warning. This is a money drive from my opponent here. He's got to strap up here. 90 seconds to go in regulation. Need a touchdown. Oh, got that completion, but was that worth it? Absolutely not. Clock is running. Game on the line. On fourth down. Stafford with the quick snap. Quick throw. Got it. Allen Robinson moving the chains. He'll hold on to his timeouts for now as tick. Stafford with the ball now. 50 seconds to go in regulation. Quick throw in the corner. Got it. It's Van Jefferson, and that'll stop the clock. Badly needed for the Rams as Stafford, clean pocket, looking, waiting, surveying, goes outside the numbers again. That's Cooper Kupp with the catch. Haven't said his name too much here as the Rams are now in the red zone. Great pocket once more. Oh, but that's going to be intercepted. Marcus Peters, welcome back to the fold. Oh, but the Rams still have all of their timeouts. They'll try to get a stop here, but not try hard enough as Lamar Jackson once more puts the final dagger into this ball game. He still has not figured out how to stop Lamar, how to commit to the quarterback like our previous opponent. Like I said, there's a very simple mechanic in the game to just not give up the option to Lamar and just commit to the running back instead, right? Or commit to the quarterback, I should say, and let the running back run. But this guy just clearly doesn't know it, which, you know, I checked his record after the game as we're just kind of messing around at the end of this one to see, like, was he like 4-27? He doesn't know how to use this mechanic. This guy was actually like 17-10 before we played or something like that. He had a positive record, but he doesn't know the mechanics. So that was a little interesting to me as we get one last run in with Lamar, risking fumbling right there, but it's all good. We'll get the win. GG's to my opponent, man. And shout out to Lamar Jackson, man. If you're wondering Lamar Jackson's still OP, you're also wondering if water is wet. All right, let's just put it like that. TRUZZ definitely makes Lamar Jackson even more of a dominant force. Leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 23 gameplays. If you guys want to see more X Factors lit up, let me know who we should target next. And until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.